Alright, we're back with more of Geneforge 2 Infestation. Let's go ahead and continue here. We're still in the Warren of the Three. We killed two of them. You stand at the entrance to Vizedra's laboratory, where she is using magical supplies stolen and scavenged from a variety of sources to bring her deranged fantasies into reality. At first glance, you weren't sure what mad scheme she has concocted. However, the circle of runes and large cages are very worrying. You aren't sure how a survival, even an altered one, could summon up enough power to work any magic of real importance. Then you notice that there is an orb on the pedestal next to the circle. Looks interesting. Visedra. At last, you have found your way to the leader of the cult. She stands by a crumbling stone platform, shouting at an infernal she has managed to summon from the void. When you approach, she motions for her prisoner to stand back and turns to you. For a moment, she almost looks sane. You are Hunter, slayer of my friends, assassin of the Shapers. I am High Visedra, last of the three. I led my little band of seekers here. I will move them to a new home after you are dead. You examine the specter, taking advantage of the extensive training received from Agent Shanty during your march here. It is a glowing shade, held still by the Master Vial's magic. Its magic is very unstable. It is full of power, held in a delicate balance. If it was disrupted, a lot of power will be released for good or ill. Why did you come here? To learn, to study, to hear the far voices, to be a new sort of survival. You should have just let us be. On Sucia Island, here in these mountains, we only wanted to be left alone. You have to admit she seems fairly reasonable. Left alone for what purpose? To utterly purify our minds. Use that clarity to get awesome power and use it to call an unstoppable army of infernals into our reality to scourge the world. Ah, there it is. What faction do you serve? Faction? We serve no faction. We only want to be left alone to purify ourselves. Takers? Awakened? Shapers? We don't care. We are long past your little games. I have an offer for you. As you speak soothingly, you slowly extend your will, attempting to control her, and then, with a painful shock, your energy is thrown back at you. Visedra shakes her head. You Shapers can never stop trying to enslave us. We can only be freed from you by death, yours or ours. Your influence wasn't without effect, though. The survivors are thrown slightly off balance. Oh no, you don't get to heal. And this is not a great amount of XP, but I'll still do it. You have slain High Vizedra, leader of the strange cult. Now that she is gone, she will no longer be able to teach survivals to trade their sanity for power. Considering how dangerous her experiments were, the three won't be missed. This cult is broken forever. Jeweled wand. Ooh, I might actually be able to make use of that one. You flip through Vizedra's notes, trying to figure out what exactly she was trying to do here. You shake your head, awed by her audacity and stupidity. Her magical strategy seems to be, in short, summon larger and larger infernos, try to make deals with them when they arrive and hope that it works out. As every properly trained shaper knows, this never works out. You aren't sure what sort of boon she desires from the infernals. It is good that you stopped her. Situations like this are why shapers keep magic and shaping under their control. Such power enables a small group of dedicated madmen to wreak incredible harm, intentionally or not. Western Marsh, Pit of the Mound, Complex Score. Go to the Western Marsh here. A survival advances on you through the rain. His heavy leather boots are caked with mud, as his robe is soaking wet. His face is covered with elaborate geometrical tattoos, and his sword is drawn. In his eyes, you see no respect for Shapers and no fear, just pure hatred. He shouts, "This is Taker land, Shaper. Vengeance land. You will die in our name. I am allied with the Takers. Put away your blade." The survival paused for a moment. "Taker, you serve the Takers?" The possibility hadn't occurred to it. "Pass. Show me a pass and you will live. I mean you no harm." That is what Shapers said when they came to Sea Island. Then they burned us all. We fled and we will never be fully. Ooh, okay. How about we... Let's just reload that. Alright, we won't worry about the Western Marsh then. Pit of the Mound. How have I not cleared that? Yeah, oh yeah, it's because of that staircase, right? Servants, Dry Peak's Gate, Emily's Fate. Wonder what this quest will do. Okay, so we have to be sneaky with this, right? So we will need a pass to be able to get through the Taker area. You sneak into the guest shaping hall. These halls are under construction and nobody is back here at the moment. You walk very quietly. If anyone sees you back here, the town will turn on you in an instant. Life drain. I don't want that. Oh snap, so it was through here. This is a very unusual shaping hall. The platforms to either side are to be expected. However, what gets your attention are the metal tanks. These are large shaping vats, salvaged from abandoned shaping halls. They were brought here and restored with great effort. Geth will be producing its own defender soon. Powerful creations in quantity. You read the book, looking for some clue to what sort of creations they are planning to make here. While there are lots of notes about the operation of the tanks and the many steps needed to get the chemical balance of the tank brought just right, there is no mention of what the tanks are actually for. Okay. You continue to sneak through the Barzite workshop. You can hear guards talking in the room just to the south. You enter a breeding hall. Shaper tools and weapons are grown, not made. They are grown in facilities like this one. You look into the pens and see living tools, batons, and even mines. They all move very slowly on their stubby little legs, eating and occasionally mating. Eventually, infant tools are extracted from the pens and prepared for this purpose. Considering the number of mines and weapons grown here, Geth must be preparing for quite a lot of fighting. You continue to sneak through the Barzite workshop. There is a large laboratory to the south. It is not empty. You can hear a person pacing back and forth and muttering. Oh, crap. Oh, reload, reload. I'm gonna have to wait until he moves in. Crap. How did he see me? What the heck? Oh, crap. Crap. No! I was walking away. What the heck? Okay. Need to get something down here, I think. No! Stupid, why did you move that like that? Okay, there's nothing in that corner though. Okay, let's just. Okay, let's just get out of here. I think we found what we're gonna. I was just wanting to make sure there was nothing in that small corner there. Okay. Fortunately, the town is not hostile to us at all. Woo. Let's go back to the Loyalist encampment. Oh, wrong person, I think. Bells. Weapon shaping. Essence slash. I did that. Essence slash. The next melee or missile attack this character does heavy extra damage and racks and shocks the target. Okay, good. Ooh, nice. Who even gave me this quest? Oh, Bunk. I've been in the back shaving hall and Geth. They're ready to make something big back there, but they haven't started yet. That's not good. I'll tell McNulty about that. Sounds like we need to destroy Geth first. Much easier target. To show thanks for your aid, I will give you my second best sword. He produces a strange glowing blade wrapped in leather from under his stool. I could use a large reward. I have a lot to do. Bunk size. Fine, I suppose so. He gets up and in his tactic turn put upon way, gives you a quick fighting lesson. His years of experience come in handy. His help will make you faster on your feet in battle. Bunk returns to his cooking his grisly little bit of meat. Yeah, you might have. Bunk's blade, 2 to healing craft, 10 to life. Ooh, that sounds really cool. Dang, I don't want to pass up on missile weapons, but I definitely need one more melee weapons for that. That sounds like a very, very good. Yeah, that's a very good. Even better than the one I already have. 10% to life drain? Hell yes. Take it. Alright, Rogue Battle Alphas. Let's do this one now. endurance, we'll sell that. Shape shield. Let's go ahead and sell that. There is a Vlich imprisoned in this tiny room. It isn't floating. It's curled up on the floor. Its tentacles wrapped around it protectively. It twitches, quivers, and emits unsettling little squeals. It is probably here waiting to be eaten. Starving shapers have reported that Vlich meat is horrible and nearly inedible, but you doubt that a battle alpha would care. When you enter, the Vlich looks up at you. Vlich can't speak, but it can project its emotions to train shapers. It is terrified and hurt and wants someone to look after it. Why don't you come with me? The Vlich floats over to you. You try to make a connection with it, but you can't. You don't know enough about magic shaping to be able to direct these creatures. It returns sadly to his corner. You are free. Why don't you leave? The Vlich projects fear and confusion. Like most creations, it can't really function on its own. The Vlich beams fear and sadness at you as you walk away. Thanks, we can't take it with us. Where is Grace out again? I found the rogue alphas near the bridge. They're dead. Problem solved. Grace shakes her head. I don't know how true shapers do it. How you true shapers do it. I wish I had your confidence and skill. Maybe when I get to use more canisters. Grace sighs sadly, sits, and takes her boots off. Here's something Barzal told me to give you if you aided me. I'll miss them. I'm supposed to tell you we can make artifacts like this easily. She gives them to you. Say, that reminds me. There's something else I need done. It's probably beneath you, but if you help me, I could pay. You said you have something else you need done? Before all those problems started between us and Madab, one of our couriers was bringing a letter to me from their mage's complex. Then the war started and he got stabbed in Madab. I never got the letter. If you can go there and find it, I'd like to have it. It's a piece of paper addressed here, covered with writing in code. Okay, so, yeah, I got that a long time ago. I just actually forgot about that. I think I found your letter. She takes the letter and inspects it. Yes, this is it. Very useful. And here's something for you. Barzal gave it to me to use for bribes. She hands you a wand. Alright, here's steel boots. Cleansing baton. Yeah, I'll hang on to that. What does it mean by correct anvil? Do I have to go back to Dry Peak for that? I needed to go back to Dry Peak anyway, so I could so I could get spell upgrades at this point since I have quite a bit of money now. Training. Spells. War Blessing. We'll eventually have to upgrade Minor Heal as well. Searer. Essence Lances. Quick Lash. Daze. What do I want to do? Lapidary Ruins, Breeding Pits, Radiant College, Creation Holding Mountain Base, Buck Creek, bit of the Bound, Complex Core. Go to the upper research hall here. Already know about mines. This tunnel smells strongly of essence, plants, and rot. Though the Shaper Council forgot this warren many years ago, it still mostly runs on its own. Crystals produce power, conduits carry it, and pools of organic goo absorb it. Little is being achieved, though. This used to be a huge botany research complex. Shapers tried to make plans to populate these mountains. They failed. The only thing they made were wiry, weed-like trees of little value. Then Zachariah and Barzal took over. The research moved elsewhere. The soil complex was abandoned. Bags of seed waiting to be charged with essence and energy sit by the walls, rotting. And yet, you think these caves might not be completely abandoned. A narrow trail leads through the mold on the ground, left by a single person walking in and out. When this complex was abandoned, it was also trapped. The corridor ahead is blocked with the mine. It's a huge, nasty specimen. You would be lucky to survive the blast. When dealing with mines, it can be helpful to watch them. Mines that can sense you often make sounds and spray more energy. Probably when these mines were placed, the Shapers also left a way to remove them when they return. Oh, crap. I didn't know that thing had that kind of range. Holy crap. Your affliction? No, I'm not going to use that. Though these halls were abandoned a long time ago, one Shaper returned to continue the work. She is a small woman, tired and aging. Her hands and robe are stained green. You admire her dedication to her plants. though it has cost her a lot. She approaches and inspects you with failing eyes. Then she shakes her hand. Ah, the new arrival to our mountains. I've heard of you. I'm not completely severed from the world. I am Shaper Elissia, and I hope you come to bring order to this chaotic place. Can you give me any training? Normally, I would not give power to an apprentice without permission. However, these are dangerous times. I will give you a small amount of assistance. If you return to Zachary and ally yourself with him, I can help you even more. I would like training. Since you haven't allied yourself with Zachary, Elissia will teach you only a few of the things she knows. I don't need training right now. Alright. Why are you here? When Barzal and Zachary came to these mountains, I met them. They told me of their plans. Said this valley would be run their way. I and a few other Shapers lived and worked here. We were given the choice. Join them or leave. Some, like Gareth and Dawn, joined Barzal and went to Rising. Some left. What happened to the ones who left? Why didn't they report what was happening to the Shaper Council? I seriously doubt that any who wanted to tattle made it back to the council alive. Barzal made sure of that. What did you choose? I didn't choose. I stayed here. I followed the orders I was given, and I kept working on my botany. Barzal thugs have ignored me here, for now. What were you researching here? What I told the Shaper Council I would do when I came here. Botany. I've been working on making plants that can forest this dry area. Barzal has had a little success bringing these mountains to life. I will keep following my orders like a loyal Shaper until I am stopped. It is what we owe to the Shaper Council who gave us our power. I hope you remember that when it comes time for you to choose a path. Why were they able to create healthy forests when you couldn't? She sighs. I do not deny that the Barzais have great power and skill. They can do marvelous things. The problem is what it costs, to our laws, to their sanity. Shaper Elissia continues to chat with you, glad to have a visitor in these lonely caverns. She constantly shows off small plants and cuttings, explaining the ways she has altered them. It's an incomprehensible terminology. Why are you here? What do you know about what's been happening in these mountains? Very little. Sometimes survivors come to me to trade. I get food and tools. They get minor shapings I create. They gossip. The smartest survivors love gossip. Everyone in these mountains, it seems, is rebelling against the wisdom of our leaders. Each sect is madder than the one before it. What do you think of the sects? Little. The Awakened are proud and deluded. They foolishly think Shapers could see survivors as equals. The Barzais are puffed up with pride. Their forbidden shapings gave them power, and arrogance urges them to war. The Takers to the northwest are simply mad. They hate Shapers and long to kill us. All of us. Poor Zachary, alone in Dry Peak, is loyal. He longs to redeem himself for the evil he has wrought. You should help him. He is the closest thing to sanity you will find up here. I have not allied myself with anyone. A wise choice. So all the sects can offer you power. The wisest path may be one of pure loyalty to the Shapers, without asking others for guidance. Real dangers are brewing in these mountains. If they are not addressed soon, the results will be disaster. What can I do about it? I do not know. I have hidden here for too long. There is much happening outside I do not know. I can give you this advice, though. Go west. There is a fort of loyal Shapers northeast of the town of Rising. They have been fighting bravely there. They may be able to tell you who in these mountains poses the greatest threat to our kind. Well, for now. Great roamer. There is a variety of experimental plants growing here. A Shaper put seeds in raw essence, bombarded them with energy, and planted them in order to see what changes had been made. Power spirals help keep the plants growing. Some are healthy and some are sickly. The weak ones will be discarded. Improved varieties will be allowed to reproduce and experiment on again. The procedure on animals is similar, if a bit more disturbing. I'm not going to deactivate. Oh, are you kidding me? I just walked right in there and I got blasted. Good thing she doesn't care about us all in here, though. Okay, I somehow survived that blast. Quicksilver chain. Physical armor, magic armor. Blessing magic. Quick action. I go ahead and just put that one on. How about we do this? Okay, yeah, that takes a lot out of you, so just make sure you are fully healed. Honestly, maybe we shouldn't pull that lever yet. Yeah, I hate to lose a blessing magic, but the boost to quick action is good as well. Especially since I also specialize in combat. Come on, what is with these freaking, like... Oh, God. Okay. So I have to take damage there. Turn that on. Yeah, more stun resistance is very, very helpful for me. I would prefer not to get stunned at all as much as I can after all the crazy fights I had to deal with. That one active or not? Go ahead and just pull the lever anyway. Nope. Oh, come on, this again? I thought I quick saved. Man. God, this is annoying, honestly. Alright, quick save. I don't want to repeat that like 50 million times. Oh my gosh, what is with this freaking area? I'm tempted to just say screw it and just move on here. Come on, what is with this freaking area? Ouch. Okay, I got through this time. I feel like I have to save so much right now. I want to go through that way. Where's this lead out to? Ooh, the Geth Gates. So I do have the upper research all cleared out at least. But, you know, I'm still curious about exploring it, so. Oof. That actually didn't do a whole lot of damage. Okay. I'm still nervous about, like, the purple ones, especially. Because those caused the most damage before, but I guess not now? Nope. That's a good thing I got quick save. Nope. Okay, the first one stays off, but not the second one. Oh my gosh, how did I turn off the second one? Come on. I really can't sneak past this one. Come on, game. Let me sneak past. Unless you can fully charge. Oh, come on! You were doing like only a little bit of damage before. Or not as high damage as I was expecting. Come on! What the heck? Still need to stay a comfortable distance away from her. Okay, there we go. That's what. Oh, you stupid acid! Ah. Get away from me with that. The acid freaking killed me. Come on, come on. Nope, 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 nope. We're gonna heal real quick. You can see several huge turrets in the room ahead, surrounding a supply cache left by the Shapers. You know, I'm lucky. Enough of that recovery crap. How are they recovering so fast? Duration, endurance, rat skin. Yep. I don't think that's worth getting. If it's just an endurance thing, then just gonna ignore it then. I'm just over being poisoned and all that stuff. What was that? And if I'm battling a bunch of like random turrets and 7, yeah, if it's just me battling a bunch of turrets just for that, I don't want it. Let's check out the clockwork maze here. But I'm going to make sure the game is saved right here, and I'll see you on the next part.